Hi, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. Just thought I'd come on. It's been a while. Maybe go over a few things. I've been doing my pendulum quite a bit and asking questions. So I got some answers and I wanted to come on and share some answers. Some of the things that I got. Um, just things in the news. Brandon's State of the Union address. I mean, I didn't even watch it, to tell you the truth. I'm sure people were watching it just to see, look at the blunders, the things that he would say that didn't make any sense. But I did see a clip of him and what's his name? Schumer. And you could just tell that they were wearing like heavy makeup. The Schumer guy, he had like these lines like cutting across here, like it just like it looked like he was, like when you fall asleep and you kind of like you get the impression of like the linens on your face or something. Like that's what it looked like to me. I don't know. And I'm even looking at I'm looking at what is this? The Microsoft, like, the MSN or whatever it is, like when you like open up your browser. Look at the guy's face looks, Brandon's face, it looks like yellow or something. Like it just looks like it doesn't look real. It's anyway, really odd, right? And then of course, you've heard like in the news with what's going on with the transportation, like with the the airlines. I don't know, I don't even remember what airline it was. Um, that like an engine caught on fire, or like I think a tire like hit a parked car, a tire from an airplane hit a parked car, supposedly because they're hiring like all these, it's like diversity hires. I don't know. They're hiring all these diversity people, and like they're not qualified to do their job, so they're just hiring on the basis of their, nationality. It's a bunch of woke garbage I don't buy into. I'm a Gen Xer. I don't buy into that. This nonsense. You can take it or leave it, whatever. Um, we're all human. That's all I have to say. We're all human. We're all human beings. Doesn't matter what color your skin is, you know, it matters if you're qualified for a job. And for a job, where you're working for an airline, like maybe as a technician, maybe you should have some qualifications because it might just kill people. Anyway, I'm just looking at the news. Like I have no idea like what's going on. Oh wow. Oh wow, National Guard, state troopers, MTA police deployed in New York City subways. Oh, I had no idea that was going on. I'm just like flipping through. Oh, there's going to be a rematch with Brandon and 45 rematch tonight at Texas Showdown turned nasty. Oh, I don't know. Some kind of showdown with them. I guess a debate. Anyway, enough of that. So, what did I want to say? I wanted to go through these questions. And another thing I wanted to talk about was there's going to be a huge solar eclipse April 8th. And it's going to be going in between like six cities. I was watching the David Nino Rodriguez show, and he had this woman on talking about it. And it's like she went into like the biblical meaning of it. It was really cool. I'll put the link down below. Um, but she said it's going to affect six cities of Nineveh. I don't know what Nineveh is. So it's like there have been two solar eclipses so far. So it's gonna be three altogether in 7 years. And it's supposed to like reverse the bad magic, like the black magic over the country. Um, and it's gonna form two crosses. So it's gonna form two crosses, and it forms a Hebrew letter El, which is the Lord Almighty, the Lord all, over all. And actually, I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna share my screen. I'll show you the map. Share screen. There it is. So, oh wait, can you see that? Yeah, that one. Oh wait. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so here's the map. As you can see, there's like two X's. But if you kind of have to look at it from the side, like a side, like, because you could see the A, because you see the A here on its side. So that is actually a Hebrew letter. Um, so in 2017, she says the eclipse traveled through seven cities named Salem. And Salem does have a meaning in Hebrew. It's the meaning, it means peace, peaceful, safe, complete, perfect. Salem is a biblical place, refers to the holy city of Jerusalem. Hebrew meaning of seven. She also talks about the Hebrew meaning of seven, which is one of my favorite numbers. It's like, actually, if not the favorite number for me. Um, it means fullness or I can't read my own writing. Completeness. And that's the Hebrew meaning. The biblical meaning of seven is wholeness, harmony, and perfection. So, yeah, and then it's like the A has a meaning, and then the E, because there's actually an E here, L, forms two crosses and Hebrew letter L. So I think that's really interesting. But that eclipse is supposed to be a major, like, solar eclipse April 8th. Not sure what's gonna happen, but I do want to read on that with the cards, and take a look at that. But I'm gonna read to you. All right, let me stop sharing my screen. Okay. So this is so far what I've gotten from my pendulum. I've been dowsing with it. Um, and I've been asking my spirit guides, about certain questions about certain things in the future. Um, so, and of course, whenever I do this, I always put the intention of, of of being in a higher frequency of, like, higher frequency entities, like call in certain people to answer my question or questions. So the first question I asked was about, this whole issue with the migrants, like what's going to happen with that. So I got that May is the month of the announcement, and that the migrants will start to leave, um, and that some will be deported by military. Um, and of course, it may pose a security risk. And I asked, like, what percentage of these migrants or illegals, whatever you want to call them, um, are going to leave in my town. So it said 30% are going to be gone. So that was interesting. And then between now and May, I call them the three amigos, will be gone as well. The three amigos are Brandon, the Pope, and King Charles. Okay. Those are the three amigos. Okay. So between now and then, they should be gone. And then I asked, when will we have like open contact with our galactic brothers and sisters? The year that I got was 2026, where it's going to be opened, where it's going to be like, hey, you're walking down the street, you know, and you see a Palladian, or you see a Arcturian, or I don't know, mantis being, I don't know. You see a 10-foot alien, you're like, hey, hi, great weather we're having, right? Okay. So, and then I also got, when there are no states, the planet will be unified. So I guess we're gonna reach a point in some point in the future where we're not gonna have any states. It'll be something else, I guess. Yeah, we'll be unified, unity consciousness. This will be the marker for when our galactic brothers and sisters will openly walk among us. And that's when we're going to be in the frequency of the earth, like the frequency of the earth will be higher. So once we have like no, I guess, I don't know, like maybe we won't even have like the United States. Maybe it'll just be called something else. So at that point, that's when it's going to be like, you know, like like Star Trek or something. Okay. So 2024 is setting the stage for the next couple of years. Okay. We will see. I asked, will we see ships over a location in 2024? And what I got was, we can manifest this. Like we are able to manifest this. So we should try to manifest this. And then I ask, are movie stars and politicians, have they been detained and executed? I got, yes, true. And I asked, are there clones on the earth? Yes. And I asked, are the people that are crossing the border, is there a percentage of them that are clones? And I got yes. Um, and then I asked about the timeline. So the pendulum said that there's 6 million on the negative timeline, and that we're gonna have to wait for them, I guess, wait for them to evolve. Um, and I asked, well, why aren't we in the QFS yet? And it's because of the timelines. Like everything keeps getting pushed back because of the timelines. So it's like between March and May. Okay, so I don't know, take it or leave it. I'm not depending on this. You can't depend on it, you just can't. Um, yeah, so it has to do with the negative timeline, which is why we haven't gotten there yet. I guess it's probably timeline wars. Um, and then oh yeah, also he said about the negative about no, the positive timeline, like getting stuck, like it gets stuck, I guess from time to time. Maybe that's why I like months ago I said, "Oh, I feel like I'm in a like holding pattern," maybe that's why like it gets stuck, and that is also affecting it. Um, maybe they just have to like press pause, to do other things, clean up the negative one, and then like we move forward. But then it's like, then it comes in much later. I don't know. Um, So I got that the stock market crash, that it would crash in May and the EBS would be in May. Um, and then I asked, well, who's in charge of fixing the timeline? TAS. I don't know what TAS is. I don't know what that stands for. That's what I got. And then I asked, actually, Caroline asked that question. Do we have to wait for November for election results for Trump? The answer was yes. We still have to wait even if Brandon is gone. Okay. How do we get to the fifth dimension or density faster? I got meditation and tantric yoga. I don't really know too much about tantric yoga. I kind of looked it up a little bit, and you can, like, you automatically think of, like with a couple, like that. But I think there are like yogic poses that are you can do on your own. I don't honestly I don't know too much about it. Um, and he also said stay true to yourself and very important, love. Express love. That's how you get to 5D faster. And then I asked who's controlling the weather? White hats. What will happen to the clones during the solar flash? Some will not survive, and some will have like walk-ins. Like they'll walk-ins will come in and inhabit their body. Okay, that's interesting. All right, and that's it. So now let me look into the April 8th solar eclipse. Let's see what the cards have to say. What do the cards have to say about the April 8th solar eclipse? What I'm getting from these cards, I'm surprised because I thought I was gonna get more like spiritual type of cards, but it's kind of not. And I'm getting pentacles. Um, it's more like earth, like on an earthly level, I guess you can say. So to me, what this is saying, I mean, look, I think that it's gonna be more like a purge. Um, I mean, it can be looked at as spiritual, but it's kind of like things are going to come to the surface. It's going to make things come to the surface. And it's going to be, I mean, this guy's like duking it out, battling out. This one's on the last leg, and then it looks like, military. So I think, yeah, I mean, I think it might come to like a boil. Like certain things might come to a boil. Um, and it could be like, pretty like a pivotal, pivotal thing. Um, but to me, I think it has more to do with the financial. I think the financials, it could be the financial side of it. Even housing, like housing, the housing market, because this is really telling me more about like the finances. It's not really, it's telling me about like the spiritual, the energetic aspect of it. And it's going to cause stress in people. Um, yeah, it's going to cause stress in people, but it's kind of like I'm getting like it's something that's going to be, it's going to be necessary and it's just and fair. Um, yeah, that's what I'm really getting from it. I mean, it makes sense. It's coming, it's something that's natural, that's earthy, so it's gonna it's gonna mix things up. That's what I'm seeing. It's really gonna mix things up. It's gonna stir the pot. That's what I'm really trying to get at. All right, well, that's it. That's all I have for you for today. Again, thank you for watching and for subscribing and welcome to my new subscribers. And please always share, like, comment. I love to hear your comments. All right. Have a great weekend.